transition of all, man. Welcome everybody here. It is the main stage of the Asia. We are live in Malaysia. Myself, W1 Kenobi, joined by J-Tan, man. Second day of action. First day, some fun games.
Yep, fun games, and it's gonna be two Malaysian powerhouses. It's gonna be Orange versus MUFC. Orange, they were able to get past that three-way tie that happened in their group.
That's right. There was a three-way tie over the second position in Orange's group. They managed to get themselves into that second position slot, and they do get to go through. And, of course, that does mean they go up against the champions of Group A. Of course, the only team so far in this entire competition to be completely undefeated. It is basically the powerhouse of Malaysia right now going up against who they want to be the powerhouse of Malaysia, Orange. So, Malaysia versus Malaysia, MUFC. Can't even want to call them the China Slayers, but if they beat LGD in the grand final, then I can say that. That's if LGD gets to the grand final. We'll find out in the second semi. Of course, right now, though, man, let's have a look at our teams as well as our draft, because we are already kicking into this right now. And,
there we go. And again, I clearly remember the last interview with Sharky, and he said that he wants to perform better this day than yesterday. They went 5-0, and I don't know. What does he want?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, 5-0 is not enough for Sharky? It's like, no, MUFC, they can do better. But a lot of teams, like, they'll look back at their matches and say, okay, maybe there were some times we dived in when we shouldn't have really done it. Maybe our picks went 100% right. Like, most of MUFC, when we start looking through their pickups, we've been looking very, very closely at the fact that they time their pushes perfectly. Like, we saw it up against LGD, hit that 15-minute mark. We saw a very, very quick radius coming up for HY and his Lone Druid, and then he's just able to destroy towers after that point. And not just destroy towers, but it's this unstoppable push that you just can't seem to find an answer to. And that's kind of what's been working for MUFC. I'm wondering if Orange have got themselves a little bit of a strat, something planned up their sleeve, just in case MUFC do want to attempt something like that.
Yes, and talking about a fast push, their last game against TNC. TNC went for a kind of a fast push strategy, and Orange wasn't able to hold it off, but yeah, due to the time constraint, they were able to advance, and Orange advances. So let's see if Orange has a plan for this. Do they have a counter to that fast push strategy? And MUFC, they are known for that.
Yeah, there they are, man. There they are. So looking through our draft right now, we are going to see a hero which has seen very little, if any, light of day. In fact, I don't think we've seen him on a single game here on the main stage being picked. It's the Batrider being taken out, Magnetor as well, also making the ban pool, NA and Templar Assassin making out from Extinct, which means, well, NA, another hero that's just been appearing over and over again during these matches.
Yeah, because that NA, yeah, he's very powerful in ganking, but he's always a top ban, also that Batrider and that Magnus. So, yeah, most of the common bans in this tournament.
Alright, we will be showing you the draft in a moment. I think the guys are trying to work through one of the overlays which wasn't set up 100% correctly. So,
there we go.
There we go. Now you can see the beauty of it all. So, we get to see, there's your bands coming up. And first pick, Rubik. This is something which Orange have been doing a hell of a lot of. There's a lot of teams seeing, they see that first pick up, and do they just go for that overpowered hero? Do they go for the big one? Batrider Mag already out of the pool. Do I really want to try it? No, let's just go for the guy who can take any kind of role and take any kind of ability.
And I think that Rubik pick is a safe pick to open with. Yes, as if you said, he can steal a lot of spells. But yeah, it depends on who's going to use that Rubik, because sometimes this Rubik, he cannot excel in team fights if the the opposing team focuses him down.
Alright, so MUFC, I really, like, when I was like waking up this morning, I was like, okay, MUFC are firmly in my mind right now. How are they going to approach today? Land events can change so much over the course of just one night, because we know MUFC timing push strat. That's what we've seen. Look for an element of control during team fight and just push down. But right now, are they going to be ready for what Orange has to throw? Like, are they going to go with exactly the same thing? Because they got to know Orange will be thinking exactly the same thing. They would have been, in fact, not even sleeping last night going, okay, how do we get through this? What's really got to be our focus right now? And MUFC, they start with the Shadow Demon. We've seen him be aggressive, seen him be defensive. It's not really giving much away right now. Just the fact that MUFC, they want a support hero to start with, as well as the Leshrac. So we get combo guys, but also Leshrac, a hero which has been played as a core, as well as support.
That's true. So there, we have some pushing power here for MUFC, but yeah, it does not reveal that much. So we still have to wait as the draft moves on. And again, that Shadow Demon and that Leshrac combo is really useful during team fights. And also, if they decide to play the Leshrac as a supporting role, they can have a powerful tri-lane.
Yeah, that they can. That they can. It's really aggressive. And you were asking the other, like yesterday, if CK was going to make his way back in again. And with this combination, CK wouldn't have actually been a bad selection, but maybe. If they want to go all out aggression. But we're seeing a lot of teams instead prefer to just move away from the CK and actually look towards maybe even a Luna pickup for MUFC. Orange were using it before. Yamato, in fact, I think the last 2 games he played during the tiebreaker, he was actually on that Luna and quite successfully doing so as well, considering they managed to take both their games out. But right now we do look and say, well, Luna could couple with it. But what are they still up against? Extinct? He's got the Rubik pickup. He might be up against an aggressive tri-lane. He might be up against supports. What do you really want to try and pick up right now? Do you look to your off lane? Do you look to your mid lane? Or do you look to just to pick up your tri-lane and keep your other 2 lanes a guess?
Maybe, but yeah, we still have that Jakiro open. That's an option for Extinct right now. And it gives him a lot of possibilities, a lot of openings that are available to them just because of that first pick Rubik.
Yeah, Jakiro, almost a little bit, I won't say ignored, but he's definitely been thrown a little bit to the wayside as far as the supports go. We've seen SD, we've seen NA, we've seen Rubik, all these heroes which just kind of like bump their way up as far as the level of importance goes for the game. And yeah, well, Orange, eat your extra time a little bit more. There's our Luna pickups, and they go for the Night Stalker.
Are we gonna see a repeat of what happened between MUFC and LGD? But of course, that Luna is gonna be in the hands of Yamato.
It does kind of feel that way, doesn't it? All we need right now is a lone druid pickup for MUFC, and it wouldn't be a bad selection for them. Again, it's one of these things where we start talking about what happens with BKB strong heroes. These are heroes that require a BKB so they can move efficiently during the engagement. Then you've got to look to see what's going to go through BKB, what's going to shut them down. Batrider Lasso, big thing, is the reason why he was basically always in. It's like, I want to get that Lasso, lock him down the BKB. Then you look to the Black Hole, you look to the Beastmaster Roar, you look to the Entangle up on the Bear. A little bit more of a chance kind of thing to do it, and it does kind of push you into this timing push strat.
Well, hello there.
Anti-Mage is going to be the pickup now for MUFC. So defensive lanes here for MUFC, and surprising they're still going to go the Anti-Mage even though Night Stalker's on the field. Anti-Mage is one of these guys that requires a decent amount of time to farm up before he's going to be effective. And Luna will be farming at basically the same rate to hit their effectiveness in the mid-game. Late game, it can actually go either way between Luna and Anti-Mage, even though a lot of the physical damage from Luna will just destroy Anti-Mage. His Spell Block Shield is going to do absolutely nothing for him. But his high level of farm and high level, like once you get that Battle Fury and just blink yourself around from each camp to camp to camp, it is the fastest farmer in the game next to Doom. And yeah, but just the fact that Night Stalker gets picked up, so you've got the Silence which locks down Anti-Mage's escape mechanism. That's going to hurt him during that first nighttime cycle. Night Stalker will rotate and look just to completely shut down that Anti-Mage. It'll be the main focus. In fact, I wouldn't even really expect him to hunt anybody else. But maybe that's where SD comes into play. Anti-Mage gets silenced, then you got Disruption.
Yep, it's gonna be all up to the support heroes of MUFC, and there we go. There goes the off-lane Druid being banned out here by Orange Esports, and we may be seeing heroes banned out here that can go through that BKB, like the Black Hole from the Enigma. So yeah, it looks like MUFC, they want to prepare for that late game. You think they want to turtle up, but Shadow Demon and Leshrac, they can move out of the lane once the Anti-Mage has enough farm in his lane, and try to put some pressure on Orange.
Yeah, pressure on Orange. They could do that if you want to try and rotate out, and they will need to do that to some extent over the Luna. You look over towards the Night Stalker though, and that's kind of where the problem arises. You want SD, you want Leshrac to start rotating around, but your problem is going to come when you have Night Stalker moving during that nighttime, which is around the time that SD and Leshrac probably first want to start rotating. Like, you can rotate a little bit faster looking for some kills. If you're going to go with like a Chen pickup or an Enchantress pickup, then like level 1, level 2, you pick up one creep, you smoke up, you have a Stunning Supporter, and you basically go nuts to town on somebody. Mainly middle lane is the one you want to try and control. But in this scenario, Yeah, it's a little bit different because they want to rotate. Nice is going to shut them down. Rubik, another big problem as well. Shadow Demon and Latrak, the possibility of getting caught up on the high ground or on basically a cliff and you can't get back down again. Just a small thing like that takes so much control out of the lane. So that's something that's going to be very, very careful for MUFC when they decide to rotate, just how effective it will be.
And MUFC banning out that Enigma. I guess it's gonna work because an Enigma pick for Orange Esports, it could work with their lineup, and it could help them get more towers because of that Eidolon of that Enigma. But yeah, we're still waiting here for the last ban for Orange Esports, and what are they gonna pick here?
Well, the options are open, man. The options are open. MUFC thinks they still want to go jungle. So they've taken out the Enigma, they've taken out the Chen. Which means they're just like, well, Luna's going to sit in that bottom lane anyway. Rubik is all you really need a supporter, and they're not having any real desire to run an aggressive tri-lane. As far as like MUFC goes, I just want to have a defensive guy in that offlane. That's why you see Extinct Spans take out Brewmaster, Undying, as well as Lone Druid. They're three good strength heroes. Brewmaster gets level 6, he'll never be stopped on that bottom lane. And he's got enough strength. If you do come in slow, then you got a little bit of a slow and a nuke coming out from that Thunderclap, and you can get yourself away in time. Luna would just harass him slowly, but then bottle run towards that bottom lane and you're good to go. It's the same kind of with like the Decay of Undying. He pops the Decay, huge amount of strength coming his way then, and is able to move back normally into the safety of the tower, and Lone Druid just uses his bear to pull and farm and just have a great old time. Sven will be the final ban here from MUFC. Just feeling then that the Night Stalker might be as our solo mid. And that is, it's a distinct possibility. And Nature's Prophet naturally will be the selection. So there you go for Orange's off lane. Still don't know which lane is going to be as the off lane. We can run Night Stalker Rubik +1. And if we start coupling up with someone like Lina, Rubik and Night Stalker all coupled up together, could be the makings of our aggressive tri-lane. But it still kind of leaves Luna a little bit unprotected down that bottom lane. And Nature's Prophet will then be looking to go in that mid lane. So as far as Orange's lanes assembling, They've still got variety. They've got variety. They can even throw Prophet in the jungle if they so desire.
And yeah, maybe they could go for a 4-1 and try to apply the pressure on MUFC, giving Luna some space to farm. And with that Night Stalker, I think they have the advantage because of the silence during the nighttime. And they have that potential pushing power coming from that Nature's Prophet. So we may see that happening.
So MUFC, final selection. They've got no extra time to do it, so they've got to make that choice right now. And HYHY goes with the SK, which means we do see a call Latrak. More likely in towards that middle lane, so Shadow Demon and SK. SK, one of these heroes that we actually saw MUFC play around with before and managed to get one epicenter off, I think, in the entire game. It was basically used as more aggression. Like, you come out with that burrow strike. At level 1, it's so damn low. You basically just got to walk up to your opponent and then you can stun them. It's almost the same range as the Dragon Tail stun at level 1. But once you get to level 4, you got this long-range initiation. Good stun to come out from it. SD can couple up. Latrak can couple up as well. So the combination works pretty nicely for MUFC as far as that mid-game, or I even say not even mid, it's kind of like that 10 minutes in ganking kind of period.
There we go. There goes the Jack Hero. So that's going to be the secondary support here for Orange. And again, it all depends on who are they going to protect. Most probably it's going to be the Luna.
As if they want to go defensive, but with this lineup and up against an anti-mage, it might even be more worthwhile for Orange to run the Luna Rubik as well as Jakiro up on that top. Let Night Stalker go in towards the middle lane up against the Latrak, and then throw Nature's Prophet onto that bottom lane safe lane. And MUFC might also see this coming and then just pick up a hero who's just a range one. Windrunner wouldn't even be a bad selection. That still gives them good lockdown, and they actually go with the Darkseer instead. But that'll be the lineup for the MUFC, because this is a best-of-1 matchup. This is not a best-of-3 for the semi-finals. So it's basically all on the line for this draft. This has to work for both MUFC as well as for Orange. But MUFC, they've got great teamfight control and late-game farm through the anti-mage. The question is, can they actually survive the onslaught of Orange during this mid-game and deal with not only the split push, but also that nighttime ganking they'll be coming out from KYXY?
Okay, so here we go. Again, Malaysia versus Malaysia, and Yamate, he's gonna be handling that Luna. Let's see if Orange will protect this Luna on a Trident, or will they go aggressive and go to that top lane and apply pressure to MUFC and try to hamper down this Animage's farm. But having that Dark Seer pick,
5 seconds.
let's see, where are they gonna lane Ling here?
Ling should still be, well, I assume off lane. I assume off lane for him. If they try and run him in the jungle, unless net, but it's net, so it's support. Sharky is actually, Sharky's on the SD. But okay, yeah, he should still be running a support, which does put Ohio onto Alashrak, so I guess to be a core line for him.
Oh, change. What?
What, different version you want? He doesn't want the ice map.
Oh.
I don't know. That is the question. Over to the admins. They don't want the snow map. That is the first time we've had that. We've had that request. And I'm not having anybody looking at me telling me anything.
Guys. Yay.
All right, they want a remake. They want to have a remake with a different map. All right, so we're going to drop ourselves out of this for a moment.
They don't want White Christmas.
And we'll have ourselves a very, very quick remake. At the same time, I kind of want to also get rid of that ping thing that was up on my screen. So if we can jump off the overlay of my screen, so I can actually get rid of that. If the guys can hear me and do that, that would be amazing. The guys not hearing me and doing that.
What's that?
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Wasn't the screen I was expecting. I was expecting to go towards the teams, but we can do this. So I got to jump out very quickly.
Where are you, man? Oh, okay.
As we just had, it was just a weird thing. It was just a weird thing. Never understand why that keeps activating on this computer, but we'll go with it. So I'll reboot back in again. It's the first time though I've actually seen somebody saying we don't want the ice map.
Yeah.
Out of all the stage matches, we've never had that problem yet.
Actually, I think this is the first time we're gonna use the ice map. We didn't use any ice map yesterday. Yeah.
Had no problem with it. And then my command is the one I want. He knows it. He knows it.
What?
My command to get rid of the ping.
Net_graph.
There we go.
No dash, no dash. Net_graph.
Thanks, man.
0.
Fantastic.
There we go.
All right, so we can jump ourselves back inside our game.
You want me to type? Oh,
Close. Missed my numbers. I missed my numbers.
try to find. No.
No, just go again, man. See, problem with complicated passwords. This cast never ever remembers it.
There
Fantastic.
We
We're good to go.
Okay.
Jump in the slots and yeah, let's rock and rumble, man. Let's rock and rumble. Back into the game. Back into a map which is not snow.
Yep. We're gonna
Maybe
be using
every player has their preference, but I don't know if it actually changes the map around at all. It just looks a little bit different as far as the eyes go.
Yeah.
That'll be the only thing, man. That'll be the only thing.
Hey, they're used to this. That's what they want.
Alright, so Orange and MUFC gets to be our semi-final matchup. Winner of this will go up against it's Myth Trust versus LGD, being our second semi-final coming up on the main stage, and well, following this matchup. And let's get ourselves in. All pick mode is what we get to go. So everyone gets to select up their players, and we get to see if MUFC's lineup, this anti-mage pickup, the late game pickup works.
Let's see.
I'm not having a large amount of confidence in MUFC, which is really weird after yesterday. Mainly because I've seen so many anti-mages just fail over time. It's, yeah, it's
like
just troublesome every single time. This anti-mage just gets picked up, and he never gets his farm because he's just properly shut down. Push back Lucia Tier 1, Lucia Tier 2 towers, and you don't have access to your own jungle. Very, very difficult to get your farm.
Yeah, but we see here MUFC taking the risk, even though we have that Night Stalker who can shut down that Animage. They just want to run with it. But of course, once or if Anime just get the Mana style, it's going to be a different story. But then again, we have that Luna. He's going to be a problem with that glaive, and he can destroy those illusions as fast as possible with that right click.
To the people on the live stream as well, I can see you typing. I can't respond to you, but I can see you typing. And there are some issues with the sound on the live stream. So hopefully Rapture Gaming, our broadcasting production team, is capable of looking into that and seeing what is wrong with the sound on the live stream. Maybe they can find out what's going up. But in the meantime, we're going to focus ourselves on the game itself, which is up on the main stage. So another quick pause. So Orange, I don't know if HYHY is just wanting to run out to the toilet for a moment or something. No, that's MUFC. They are asking for a pause.
Nope.
I'll just run through very, very quickly again through MUFC. Just as a bit of a recap. So Ohio, he gets to be able to track for this one. Net onto the Sand King. Will be Ling taking up the role as the Darkseer. Sharky on the Shadow Demon. It leaves our farming HYHY Anti-Mage to cap off our MUFC lineup.
And for Orange, we have WW on that Nature's Prophet. We have Extinct. He's going to be using up that Rubik KYXY on the Night Star. Yamata on the Luna. And Ice is going to be using that Jakiro.
Yeah, so 3 games in a row we get to have that. And of course I'm keeping my mind again on Yamata. Mind is always on Yamata. But he'll be taking up that role. So interesting to see where our lane's getting ended up. Because just a reminder as well, players are 100% capable of hearing not only us speaking, but also any sound effects on the screen. So we keep ourselves basically away from things like Roshans or smokes or TP sounds or things like that if possible. And we, of course, will not comment unless both teams do understand exactly what's going on from both sides, be it items, be it everything else.
And yep. And of course, this is a LAN event, so hopefully all of our online viewers out there can understand what's happening, as we will be showing everything to you on screen.
Now we will. We will. Yay were the days when we had nothing but audio casting. It was like be describing it as like Net now with his little claws just like digging into the dirt, walking up a hill, going down a hill, walking into a jungle camp, looking around, getting completely spotted out by treants, and now it's like, oh, Net's on top lane looking for the pull, but those trees are a little bit late. It only holds the range creep out a little bit. And that actually doesn't, well, work 100% because HYHY can still control this.
At the mid lane, here we go. Sharky with a disruption. KYXY, they have the double damage rune. Let's see, can KYXY escape here? And one more? No.
Say it's difficult to kill him off at the start, but Sharky with a DD, it gave him that little bit of extra oomph. Most of the time you don't see that gank happening in the middle lane until you got that 1 point up in Edict or the 1 point up in Soul Catcher. But through the double damage rune, MUFC, they were able to be a little bit aggressive earlier than expected.
Yes, and that's what they need. They need to shut down this farm of the Night Stalker so that he won't be able to harass this Anti-Mage during the first night cycle.
And interesting to see this bottom lane completely unattended. So it's free farm for Yamata. Free farm for Yamata, but also farming up on top of his tower. It's a problem whenever you're looking for a pull. That kind of thing is going to happen. So Extinct, the only one missing from the lane, so obviously he is the one pulling as that Rubik. Trying to get as much farmers levels for him as possible too, because he wants that level 6. This bottom lane, you're not going to find it from kills. You're going to have to find it from getting that farm, from getting that control over the jungle. And you know, because Darkseer is missing from that bottom lane, Ling, all he's doing is just progression through the jungle. But this isn't something which is unheard of. Like, you can leave the bottom lane unattended until as a Darkseer, you get maybe 2 levels, 3 levels up, so you got 1 point in Surge, 1.9 Shell, and then you can actually function on that bottom lane. But not to mention the extra bit of cash to get that Soul Ring up a little bit earlier.
Yep, that's true. So yeah, we will be seeing that Darkseer back in action there at the bottom lane once he gets his level up. And I think it's not going to be a problem for Yamata since he is a ranged hero and he can handle those last hits.
Yeah, he shouldn't really have too much of an issue, as you said, from Ling. The only problem is the lane control. It's not really how much damage you take as a hero. It's just how much farm you're capable of getting. You never want this creep wave pushed onto the tier 1 tower, because then it gets pushed straight back into the tier 1 tower of MUFC, and they find all the space they need to get the farm up. There's Shadow Demon, Disruption. There's the Catcher as well. Missed timing out from Ohio. Not the easiest stun to land in the world if you basically miss your counting of times. But the Catcher landed, the Disruption was right, but Ohio doesn't get the Split Earth. And that's what he wanted. He needed that splitter because he wanted to follow it up instantly with burst damage.
But then again, MUFC, they are forcing KYXY to move back here, not giving him that farm. And that's what MUFC needs right now, having that dual lane here at the mid lane and forcing Ice here, just covering KYXY.
He has to be here. If this initiation is going to come, he's got to throw the ice bath. It's the only way he's going to save his teammate now. Those 2 levels are up. In fact, 3 levels up on the Leshrac. So be it 2 points in Split Earth, be it 2 points up in Lightning or Edict. Either way, KYXY doesn't know just yet because he hasn't copped that burst damage out from Ohio. So he's still not sure what type of build we're looking at. In the meantime, Ling is a little bit further away on that bottom lane, going to be picked up, thrown down. Ice Path going to hold Ling in position for the moment. Surge is back in again. First blood will be spilt. And that was just smart play as well by Yamate. Comes up a little bit further up, gets that Lucent Beam off, and Darkseer felt like Luna was already moving up the lane, knew he was, so tried to surge himself deeper inside the jungle and away from the Luna, but still unsuccessful.
Nice play there by, or nice catch there by Orange. And the top lane, HY getting his thing going here. He's not having a hard time in getting his farm, and Orange doesn't want that.
Yeah, he's farming up really decently. The only downside is the fact that bottom lane died. When you look at the difference between it, like Nature's Prophet, he's got no levels, but he hasn't died yet. And I suppose that's the only real upside from this. It's not really helping when Net starts pulling out to the side. Like, maybe then Prophet can get a little bit of farm, but then Anti-Mage exactly does this. Runs down, burns the mana off, the creep wave will pull down, and finally Nature's Prophet's going to pop his level 2. But HY, he's not giving this up. He's not level 6 just yet, but he's able to right-click. This is enough damage. He can finish the job right now. There is no mana whatsoever. Come in range of that tier 2 tower. Nature's Prophet is still going to die. Easy dive for HY, easy aggression. Nature's Prophet just, he had no mana. He couldn't do anything. He wanted a TP, he couldn't do that.
Really hard against this Anti-Mage, and again, HY having his way, and this is Orange doesn't want this to happen, and we may be seeing some rotation here once the Night Cycle comes in, but Night Stalker, KYXY, he is low on level because of this dual lane at the mid. So he may be having a hard time here. We won't be seeing some aggression from this Night Stalker until he gets that farm, until he gets that level up.
He's basically just running bottle and that's it. Now we get extra gold coming the way of MUFC with a tier 1 tower going down and going the way of Anti-Mage. So not only does he get himself a solo kill worth of experience as well as gold, but also he's able to claim up that tier 1 tower to himself. And the higher CS on the board you kind of feel goes his way. Yamata's trying to keep up on that bot lane, but there's still been this problem of Darkseer. He got this early farm up, he gets his soul ring done, pops a couple of iron shells, and the control of the creep wave's completely gone. Rubik does what he can, but Rubik is mainly trying to move himself around the map and support whoever's like getting initiated on. He's been pulling to an extent, but that's basically it. Linga spotted moving out for that bottom rune, but it's the top rune that gets taken. And Ice is the one trying to defend up that middle lane. Nice Stalker, gone walkabout for the moment, not showing himself in any lane.
That's true, and MUFC knows this. It's nighttime, and they need to be more cautious when moving out here. Just because of that Night Stalker, even though he was controlled here at the mid lane, he still poses a threat here to MUFC.
That is true. MUFC, they can't get caught out of position by this Night Stalker. They cannot allow KYXY to get any form of momentum. The guy's not even walking around with boots just yet. Boots in the bottle is what he wants to run. What he kind of wants is like an urn and strength treads, but that's still a while away. Nature's Prophet able to get some levels again on this top lane, but for how long? Net's already making his way down. Instant Nature's Prophet knows he's got to move back. It's just not safe for him here.
Will Net commit? No, he won't.
Not back in range of the tier 2 tower. Need that early damage to happen. Now Void looking to go out and Sharky. Sans that on him too. Probably going to TP in to help out with this one. Sharky back in range of the tier 1 tower.
Can turn this
There's not
around.
enough damage. There's a Burrow Strike coming back in under Extinct. Anti-Mage, he's in the middle of this fight too. Rubik's already on the sideline. KYXY destroyed by HY. Able to get the oldie off. And I don't think they're finished just yet. HY knows the Prophet TP'd in for that one. And looking for him and finds him. Right click. He needs 3 more of those. That's 1. That's 2. And this should be the 3rd one. Oh, he just has enough life. 9 HP and Darkseer comes through with the Iron Shell.
And here we go. MUFC will be looking to pushing this mid lane or not. Yeah, just trying to control it, and again, HY getting some more kills, getting more gold in his bank here.
Yeah, and HY, that should almost be his full Battle Fury. And by what we're looking at 10, 12 minutes, Night Stalker looking at Sharky. Ohio picked up, but Sharky surged away by Ling. So he's got all the face in the world.
Eclipsed by Yamata.
Away. But Yamata, Eclipse, it's going to hit absolutely nothing. One Lucent Beam has to actually finish off the Shadow Demon. Disruption was holding the Night Stalker out of position, but now with the nighttime, he's going to chase down Net running up the river. Looks for him around the corner. Prophet's going to TP and look for the body block. Net inside the sandstorm. They have no way to reveal him out of this one. No way to spot him out. There's the Ice Path coming at the right time. But then again, he gets picked up, throwing down, Net destroyed. 3-4, and Orange gets some revenge back again.
Nice counter go there by Orange. And, where's the Luna? There we go. Yamata made his presence felt there. He was farming at the bottom lane, and too bad that Eclipse didn't hit or didn't do as much damage as he wanted to. But yeah, he got the kill that he needed on that Shadow Demon. More gold for him.
And Shadow Demon will always love more gold. Then he could actually be the one buying up the urn for MUFC when they go ganking, because he's always a setup man. That's what he always wants to do. Be the man in the middle of the engagement. Look for those openings. Look to just destroy. HY, I kind of like this for him as well. Like, instead of just going for the very, very raw style Battle Fury, he buys his strength treads with that Perseverance. So he's capable of basically fighting in the engagement and not fearing instant death, having now 700 HP, and be able to attack a little bit faster as well. And it means also when the Battle Fury is done, he doesn't have to worry too much about always going back to base to heal, because you've got that problem of just having low life. Now on the bottom lane, there's already the surge in of Net. Looks at the Burrow Strike, gets it on Yamata. Ling's going to be here as well. Sharky looking for a catcher. There's only one Lucent Beam. Net's got too much damage. Got a Sandstorm out of this one. Out of vision of that tower. HY, bring down the Ninja Prophet trying to TP in to help out. He should go down as well. Doesn't in fact do so. Sharky being saved right now, but Latrak's done. KYHY still looking for one, but it's just chaining up from one to the next. Extinct as well. Wonderful Ice Path. Ling is the man taking up the tower. Jewel Breath as well. Blink gone down. They want to finish up Extinct. HY, no ultimate left. Ling wants to finish up the job himself. Can't do so. Burrow Strike in. They pick up Jakiro again after he TP's back. Net no higher, able to move back out. They didn't lose a single hero in this push.
Yeah, nice positioning there by the Sand King of Net, and he was able to land a couple of good stuns there, giving MUFC the advantage during that team fight. And a nice save there by Extinct. He was able to escape. Darkseer was chasing him down, but yeah, he was able to use that healing salve. And let's see, can they defend this bottom lane? Will MUFC commit to pushing? But I guess well, they won't be, because they were very low in HP. But meanwhile, the mid lane, HY gets silenced here, and the Animage finally gets killed. Ice taking that dominating streak off of HY.
That's a beautiful kill to get to. That's 10 levels worth of experience they just managed to find. So Night Stalker laps that up. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't the one getting the kill. It was Jakiro who got the last hit in. But then again, Jakiro's got absolutely nothing as that support, so he needed something a little bit more too. Build up towards Arcanes. Maybe finally finish up that magic wand. Buy himself something nice. Well, there's 4-8. 11 minutes in. If you want to just check out our advantage for you guys at home, so you can see, as far as experience and gold, you would expect MUFC to have a little bit more of an advantage. They'll be making the most out of that Darkseer inside the jungle. They've also been moving around with that Anti-Mage, able to farm up and also find kills. They're one tower up right now.
And this is the position that MUFC wants. Just by checking on KYXY earlier, during the early game at the mid, the Nightstar wasn't able to make his presence felt. He wasn't able to be aggressive against MUFC. And now MUFC is the one being aggressive here, and they are applying the pressure. And let's see if Orange can defend this. Although we have Yamase here at the bottom lane trying to get as much farm as he can. And so is HY here at the top lane.
Yeah, this just gives you flashbacks to that LGD game again. But this time around, Orange weren't looking to engage. Orange were basically looking to trade. Yamata is adding a lot of pressure towards this bottom tier 1 tower, and all they're looking for was a denial of that tier 1 tower in the mid. But MUFC, I think they sense this, so they instantly move themselves back. They don't bring that tower within deny range, and they split themselves up. Anti-Mage back to farming up that top lane. You've already got that bottom lane defense. Like, the tower is doing its job right now. And Lashrak's here in the middle lane. Tree manages to scout out very, very quickly, just Net and Ling sitting up on that high ground in the mid. So 3 heroes to defend the mid. Orange can't push it out. We're now back into daytime, so nighttime over for KYXY. And this is basically go time for MUFC.
Yes, That's right. And let's see if the MUFC will be moving out it, or will they still have a standoff here at the mid lane?
Well, the standoff doesn't really hurt MUFC that much unless they're committing multiple heroes to it. At this point, they're committing multiple heroes to it. They got to find a kill, or is it just to secure this tower? They do have that point up in Edict. That's only 1 point. He doesn't have a lot of damage coming out from that.
And
as Orange has been feeling, it's all been coming from that lightning instead.
Yeah, MUFC, they're just harassing here. They're just controlling the lane, forcing Orange to commit to try and defend this mid lane. And yeah, Ohio not using that Edict. He's not trying to get that tier 1 tower down, but instead he's just harassing the heroes, X and Ice here at the mid lane.
And Extinct. You kind of realize how squishy he is on 2 armor and 700 life points when 1 lightning hit from Ohio dropped him down to half life. And he feels it too. He feels it. If there's even a little bit more harassment going out at him, then instantly, lightning bolt to follow up, he's gone. And that Rubik just can't do anything during the team fights then.
That's true, and again, as we've said earlier, that's the problem for the Rubik. Even though he can steal a lot of cells, he is too squishy, so if he gets focused down, then again, that's -1 immediately for Orange.
Alright, so maybe now's our time on the bottom lane. Darkseer pushing it out with the help of Nep. Looking towards the tier 1 tower. It's low on life, same as that mid tower. Even though MUFC haven't brought down these towers because they're so low, it's just a quick jump in, take out. And Orange don't really have enough time to be ready to defend this. SK with the last hit. So building up either towards his arcanes or something more. And they just profit up to deny the mid tier 1 tower. So that Creeway finally pushed it down, but that's basically 1,500 gold coming in the way.
That's true, and during the standoff at the mid lane, Nep just decided to move towards the bottom lane and try to get his levels and his farm up. And by getting the tier 1 tower there at the bottom, he is a little bit more closer to his Blink Dagger.
And this bottom tier 2 tower down to half life right now. Maybe a chance of defense. The Yamatar comes out of the trees, which was hiding inside of, to defend this bottom lane out. But it's only going to take 1 extra push from MUFC. This is the beauty of that lineup. They don't need to force really anything out. Of course, HY is going to force it right now with Nature's Prophet. Chasing him down here in the mid lane. Ulti. He needs 1 more right click to finish off the job, and then ulti blinks down. Now the ulti chance is there. He will do so. Takes him out 1 second before he can blink himself away, but then the silence. Maybe there's a chance right now. Disruption's going to come. Then the Ice
he's
down. He out of position. Then the Dual Breath. He gets the disruption. Looks for the TPM, but Rubik comes in. Pick up. They finally get some revenge, but at the same time, it's Luna going down on the bottom lane.
Oh. And nice pick off there by Orange, but yeah, losing Yamate for HY. Shade of the carries.
Yeah, that was just a better time for the rotation to come in from Nightstalker. TP'd himself in, and that was that thing I was talking about. Nightstalker, he's that best hero to go up against the Anti-Mage, because Anti-Mage wants to jump in, do his damage. By the time he's done that, his blink will be off cooldown, he jumps straight back out again. And in this scenario, he couldn't do that, because the silence is instantly there, and that's the lockdown.
Yeah, and once we get into the late game, again, even though the Anti-Mage will be able to get that mana style, it's not going to be useful because of Yamata, his glaives, and if he decides to get mana style as well, it's not going to be effective, and Anti-Mage will be having a hard time.
Yeah, mana style I think is really what HY wants, and in this scenario, it's almost a bit of a blending now. Do we go for a little bit more life? Do we go for a little bit more damage? Or do we try and combine a little bit of the both? So we look towards that butterfly a little bit earlier on. Because then you're going to... Yeah, Sharky gets tagged by the Prophet. It's like, I think they got some vision around here, guys. Not quite sure where the ward is, but it's definitely here. But yeah, it is one of these things where mana style's not going to help you. So just going tanky, just going that right click, find that extra bit of damage, find the evasion, finding the life points. That's what it's all about. He's got a lot of options open to him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of items in Dota that you can go. I'm going to watch him very, very closely to see what he does do. You can see the rest of the items coming up too. Saw the build for Luna. Building up towards that BKB, but finish the Yasha up first. It's all about the extra movement speed as well as the damage from it. Allows Yamato to really chase on down any hero that's on the map, because you're already looking at that movement speed. 445 is what you're looking at. And they look over to any of the heroes, like 370 up in the Anti-Mage. Sure, he's got the blink, but no one even comes close to that on MUFC. hovering around that 350 mark as far as the movement speed. So Luna will always keep up with any hero she wants to chase.
That's true, and here we go. We have MUFC gathering here at the mid lane. We were expecting a push, but yeah, they were just here just to defend.
Damn you, HY. It's like, man, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? He does it anyway. It doesn't matter for him.
Oh!
What was up?
No.
Yeah, get me a little bit concerned there, man. Get me a little bit concerned.
Yes, I am concerned here.
HY so aggressively pushing out that top. It's just easy destruction for him. And no one really wants to try and contest him because everyone's missing. No one for MUFC is on the map right now.
Maybe
Yamata.
Yamata.
He won Lucent Beam. He's got a little bit of support behind him, but that's not enough. He needs more support. There's a blink down by Anti-Mage with an Iron Shell, already looking to bring down KYXY. Blink being stolen by Extinct. He's going to really enjoy that now. He's got good space to move with Initiation, not to mention his own escape mechanism.
That's true. So we may see some initiation coming out from Extinct here with that free blink from the Anti-Mage. Let's see how is he going to make that work. Oh, wait. MUFC just focusing down this tower, and Orange, yeah, just happy to give it away. They don't want to start a team fight right now.
Yeah, not really feeling a lot of confidence to go in on that one, especially when they're already forced back by MUFC, forced down towards the low ground, and fighting anything from the low ground is not what they want to do at any point of the game.
Yeah.
The problem is they also don't want HY to do exactly what he's doing, which he did build up the Yasha, which might be a casual Yasha as well. We might be right, but it could also just be the mana style he's going into. But is HY finding farm every single position on the map? Like tier 2 tower gets taken down the top lane, he's pushing out the bottom lane. There's just all this space, all this time. Leshrac comes in towards the mid lane with Ling and Net, and they're going to add a lot more momentum towards this mid lane. It's the last remaining out of tower, that tier 2 tower in the mid lane. It's just so systematic from MUFC, and they've been doing it this entire competition.
Yeah. All they gotta do is they gotta push out the sides first, then take out the mid. MUFC really loves to split up their opponents by pushing them mostly this bottom lane, then going to the top. So yeah, let's see if they can make this work here. And for HY, if he does get that mana style, I guess it's not gonna be a problem as long as he over farms, or he is ahead in terms of farming with that Luna.
It's still decent stats. Like we're mainly just talking about the effect of the mana style and how it does get countered from there. Maybe Ling, a lot of trouble actually in the middle lane. Already silenced. Leshrac follows up with a stun, but the damage with the macro fire should be enough. But maybe with the mag charge, Ling gonna live through this one. Ling is still alive out this one. He got disrupted out by Sharky. Ling gets to live. Sharky, perfect positioning to come in as a support hero. Dual bread through. He was looking for Extinct. Extinct blinking himself away from that Sand King. Also has a blink dagger, so if he wants to chase, he can do so.
Excellent position there by Sharky, saving that darts here.
He was living life on the edge to that point. That macro fire was burning him out. But that meg charge, just at the right time from himself. Nice path in through the mid. HY instantly blinks himself in. It's just a show of brute force. Wants to come in, just wants to destroy the tier 2 town. That's all they're here for. That goes instantly back. Ice path, can't get caught out. Disruption's even going to be there from Sharky, so they can move themselves back out and leave the illusion to the job. But it's actually the real one, Anti-Mage, that gets the last hit in. And fall back, all out of tower's gone.
Oh, and tier 1 getting denied here by Ling. But yeah, again, we see here in this scenario, Orange, they are having a hard time in gaining gold just because they aren't able to push out. Again, MUFC doing that push, applying that pressure on Orange, and it really is working for them. And Orange, they can't seem to find a way to try and stop this onslaught coming out from MUFC.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. And again, this MUFC lineup, I love the fact that SK still, actually, he used his epicenter. He used it, but not critical. Not critical. HY having his fun everywhere on the map, of course, now. Already with that Battle Fury. And he did do it. He did do it. But it's just this time you look at him and go, well, really, what can stop this Anti-Mage? I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Nature's Prophet. Jumps out, mana style. Extinct actually finds the real one out of all of that one. Then the Macropire stealing off his blink, and HY, he's silent. He can't blink himself away into the trees.
Nice guess by Extinct. picking up the real Animage and yeah, getting that counter kill.
There's the chance of it, man, but it's actually part of the animation. You do see where it pops out, they pop out to the sides. So if you keep your eyes closely on it, it's like kind of like, I wonder if like Extinct before he starts off the games, he like puts a pea under a cup and gets his teammates to move it around. Just so he can work out which one is real and which one's fake. Gotta keep those eyes working.
And meanwhile, Ohio working out through that Bloodstone, he already has the BKB, and yeah. MUFC is gonna benefit a lot for this on this Leshrac, having that amount of HP. Gonna be using that Pulse Nova because he is going for that Bloodstone, and it's not gonna be a problem for them, or it is gonna be a problem for Orange in trying to survive team fights, because that Pulse Nova is gonna hurt them a lot.
And he'll be freely able to walk around. Then you can add Ling, who's also building up towards either a pipe to start now, or just a casual point booster, finish up the pipe, and then go into his Aghanim Scepter. So copy up the Luna, and then she does even more damage. And it's the damage dealing items which Yamato wanted to go on. Like his BKB is there, 10 seconds on it. Yasha, plus his Tranquil Boots. So Luna's basically got everything he needs for a team fight, bar the supports to have what they need for a team fight. Like Jakiro right now is Magic Wand and Arcanes for 24 minutes in. It could be worse. It could be worse.
But yeah, KYXY trying to get that farm here. He doesn't have that much items. He has the Ogre Club, but yeah, that's it. It's not gonna be enough for him to survive in this time of the game. So yeah, he's trying to get the farm here, trying to go for that tier 1 tower at the top lane. And Yamate, yeah, he's still here at the mid, trying to catch up, but there we go. The Aegis of the Immortal picked up here by the Animage, and it looks like this is the time.
Yeah, perfect time now. Animage got all the farm in the world, while KYXY was capable of taking out that top tower. Now the smoke being worn off, so HY, silence instant mana style. Breaks off that silence out from KYXY. Chase down, Blink Burrow, right under that Night Stalker. He's still trying to run away. AM ulti, not enough. Great ice path. Able to run away, but not fast enough. HY is on the chase, starts on Extinct, but he's actually got Animator's Blink. Sharky trying to make his way in too. Running on down, HY has already popped that ultimate. Now, a little bit more of a void. Jump in, and in comes an Edict Paw.
Ohio Yamate is there!
Great ice path with the macro pyre. MUFC, them overextended. 3 on the sidelines. The Aegis model will drop, but there's 4 heroes waiting for HY. Pick up, hold, void, silence, lockdown. They kill him.
Perfect counter go there by Orange, and Yamate coming from the side here, getting those damage on Ohio. Ohio wasn't able to do that much, and yeah, Ling, yeah, he was just forced here at the mid lane, but then again, nice play there by Yamate, and nice save there by the Jakiro, saving his teammates for a while.
And this is now that time that Orange, they buy themselves more time and ability to get back inside this game. Aegis the Immortal could have ripped them absolutely hard, but instead, Nature's Prophet straight down towards the bottom lane. Add some momentum. Nice Dog was pushing out the top. The Extinct is getting farm in the middle lane. They properly kill the anti-mage. They also find Leshrac. The only upside for Ohio was the fact he didn't finish that Bloodstone before the engagement began, or else he'll start losing these charges before he can gain them. But that just also shows you, Orange, they've got enough control. And it brings it back significantly. Puppy would say that's a drastic change in the experience. Works perfectly the way of Orange. The question is, how long does this momentum last? It's 2 AM in the morning. KYXY is going to run out of this nighttime pretty shortly. And Animage, even though they shut him down a little bit during that engagement, and they got rid of his Aegis the Immortal, he's still got Battle Fury, he's still got Mana Style, he can still farm at a very, very quick rate. And faster than Yamato is capable.
So 10 to 39 now, 26 minutes into the game. Usually we see MUFC at this time trying to push out, but then again, Orange, they are holding their ground here. They know what's at stake. This is a best of 1, and yeah, whoever loses this match drops out of the tournament.
Yeah, they'll have to play up in the 3rd place matchup, because that will be coming up later on today. I believe we've got that scheduled for 4 PM in the afternoon or thereabouts.
Yep.
If you want to check out the schedule, of course, everything's available on all your favorite social networking websites as far as Dota 2 goes. KYXY, he's got so much confidence now up on this top lane. Even though nighttime's about, like, it's still got itself maybe another like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of real time. But just that confidence to push out with the double damage. And then moved up and retreats out to safety. Because HY moves up towards that top lane, and Animage doesn't want to take that engagement just yet. He needs help if he's going to try and do that.
And right now both teams not showing themselves around the map. We have Extinct here at the mid lane trying to get as much farm as he can. But yeah.
Extinct needs those levels again. He wants that level 2 ultimate. It's all about the duration. You're able to steal some of these big abilities and you're able to pop it off twice. Because when you're able to hold on to it, like you take it during one engagement, and then you come back for a second engagement, only like a minute later, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I want to start with one of your big abilities.
Oh.
He manages to steal Iron Shell for the moment. And that'll help for lane control, but actually that's all he really needs for the mid lane. He can control that lane quite easily. Well, Yamata adds the pressure towards the tier 2 tower in the bot lane. And this already is going to force the defense for MUFC. They've got to stop this. HY comes in, minimal damage, knows that's not the real Luna. Kind of knew that already, but there's still enough pressure to force an Animage to stop, to pull out of the jungle and then come down towards that bottom lane and farm it up. And push it back out again.
That's true, but then again, HY, he has the advantage in terms of gaining gold here. And Yamata, he is trying to catch up, but it's hard to do when you cannot push out towers. Orange, they are afraid to move out here because if they get caught, they know that MUFC can go straight here. And yeah, it's really difficult for Orange to do so. So they have to play cautiously here and try to gain gold as much as they can without being without overextending themselves.
But the problem is though, MUFC is going to force that overextension. They're going to force them to come out. And finally we're going to see that life coming the way of HY. Wondering how long that was going to take, but now up at almost 1700 life points, now with that Reaver up on him. And look to push on that bottom tower, but KYXY already here to defend it. Surprising too that BKB has not been transferred to him yet.
Oh, that's true.
They kind of wait for it. Ling's trying to fend up the top lane. He did finish up that pipe, but Luna's still causing himself a couple of issues. And Night Stalker now finally shows the BKB. It was a weird thing, like he had the full BKB for the last 2 minutes, but decided to use the Courier, which had his Mithril Hammer on it, to fly up towards the top lane to give Yamata a TP scroll, even though Yamata was basically right next to the side shop. So a little bit of waste of time not showing up that BKB, but maybe with the next nighttime cycle they will use it, but right now, that's a long wait for KYXY before next nighttime.
That's true, and this is the time for MUFC to move out, but of course they can just secure HY's farm. They have nothing to worry about except Yamate, but they know that they have the advantage in farming here, so they're just happy with that. But again, it's better to fight or start a team fight during the daytime instead of having the Night Stalker have the advantage during the nighttime.
So Blink on down from HY back in towards that mid. It's just farm right now, and MUFC, it's kind of like this weird semi-strat that goes two ways. They know with a lot of farm from HY. Yep, hello Ward. As Prophet Oldie niggles him on the way up towards the top lane. But they kind of know, like, HY could farm and carry this entire game by himself. But so can Luna. Luna's finding farm. Orange is helping her to find that farm. But Animage is also like having to take it from all the lanes, keeping these lanes pressured out. So what do the rest of his heroes get? Like you look over towards SK, you got the Blink Dagger, he's getting a little bit more. He's not too bad. Probably not the best example. Shadow Demon. Okay, again, not the best example. They've actually found good farm everywhere, but that's got to come from towers. That's got to be from the tower goal.
That's true, and that's what lacks here for Orange. They aren't able to get those towers, and their support heroes are yeah, looks like doing good, not that bad. Could be worse.
It could be, man. Everything could always be worse. You say it could always be better, and then everything could always be worse. Avatar. He's actually managing now to outstrip the anti-mage, not completely, but it's actually keeping up. Now you see that Eagle song up on him, so the butterflies coming the way of Yamata. And this is that kind of like wombo combo of items as far as Luna goes. You get the butterfly, Mana Style, and BKB up on you. It's all you really need, especially in this mid-game period. Anti-Mage can't fight up against that. Even with his heart, the amount of damage that's coming out, he'll have to blink himself away, heal up, and then go back in again. And in that period of time, support from Orange could be arriving, or MUFC need him to remain in the engagement. They need him to stay in that fight. Because they don't have these bigger things up just yet. Darkseer hasn't completed up the full Aghanim Scepter yet. And these Mana-style images keep split pushing it out. Yeah, HY, he's really fearful that was a real one.
And we're coming at a point here where this Luna can't really handle that Animage because, yeah, once Yamata gets that butterfly, it's going to be hard for this Animage to go toe-to-toe with him. Yeah, even though he has the Heart of Taras, it's not going to be useful during one-on-one situations with Yamata, especially during team fights here. So, yeah, MUFC needs to make something happen, and we are almost reaching that nighttime cycle with which Orange would really love that.
Now, Orange will love it. It's going to come almost at the right time, not 100% at the right time, mainly because, like, MUFC, I got a funny feeling all they're waiting for is Roshan. He's still about a minute away from respawning, and they'll have to check him out to see when it's going to happen, but they should have had the time marked down themselves. But the problem is they're still having to move between lanes. Yamata's now on the bottom lane with it, like, pushing this out. It's only the mirror images, and they'll destroy this. Pressure. Pressure coming everywhere. Prof is up on the top lane. He's pushing that one out now with Ultimate Orb, so building up towards that Scythe of Ice. And then we see the Hex coming out in Anti-Mage, and he's gone for the build with no BKB. He's just gone the stability and the damage style build, and maybe HY has to look down this line, look towards that BKB, because right now Orange, they got nothing that goes through that at all.
That's true, and let's see if he is going for that, but again, it's almost night time, and what are they to do? And MUFC, they're just trying to balance out the lanes here. I guess they're preparing for their push. But yeah, Orange, they can move out towards all the lanes here. We have this Nature's Prophet, he has the ulti orb, and if he gets that Hex, it's going to be a world of problem here for HY.
That it will be. You can't do anything if you're a chicken. At the same time, though, Orange can't really do anything unless MUFC overextend. That was the main reason why they were able to take that engagement before. Yamata's fighting his farm, but it's not really moving into anything else. Like, the split push is working to an extent, but you kind of know when the big man goes down, which is basically going to finish up right now. HY should be the one taking the Aegis the Immortal, which he is.
But then again, we have Yamata's illusion here showing that he already has completed that butterfly.
Yeah. But that's okay, he needed to buy up, but MUFC won't fear this. They have an Aegis the Immortal up in their Anti-Mage again. They won't get themselves caught in a three-man, like, Macro Pyre, Ice Blast, as well as the rest of the damage that were flying out. That was just a big mistake by MUFC. They'll look back at that engagement and just go, well, what the hell, man, that shouldn't have been the case. That we shouldn't have done that. Let's just think about what we're really doing in life. And then just focus on pushing in. That's what it's all about. Yamata is all about farm and then just try and win the engagement once they dive him on the tier 3 tower. That's all that's in Yamata's mind. And MUFC, they don't want to give him that opportunity. They want to find a pick-off. They want to make it at least 4v5 before they go in. But it means catching out a hero like KYXY was pushing out that top lane and still is. Comes in range of that creep wave. Nature's Prophet, he can TP himself out and then he puts himself at risk. He's only level 12, so an easy kill for a level 21 Anti-Mage who just walks into the base and then it's going to chase down. Man, not your base. Leads back out again, but look at his regen. He's able to tank up that tower with 62 HP per second coming back his way due to the heart. Extinct needs to right-click him down. Fadebolt, Disruption, let's make more HY and pipe them up. Bringing down the tier 3 tower. Probably going to bounce on through. Luna towards the front lines. They're still going to find the right one. They do so as well. HY, mini stunned out with that Lucent Beam. Lashrakton will hold Ice out of position. The 5 heroes of MUFC there at the same time, KYXY pushing on the tier 3 tower on the top lane. This is now basically go or pull back. MUFC, they've got to make this decision. Nightstalker will slowly whittle it away while the rest of Orange stall them up. HY, he's still trying to take it up, blinks himself away outside range of that Ice Path, but he can't come back and range the tier 1 tower to let Ice Path go, which it now is. Picked up, thrown down. How's that top lane still looking? Tower is destroyed by the Anti-Mage. It's not destroyed by the Nightstalker, but now it actually is. Look to jump down. Darkseer wall still there. The glaze bouncing on through. HY, he wants to come in closer. Prophet, Sprout, catches out Sharky. Ling with it back.
And
Yamatar now with the BKB, popping up the Omen. Disruption, all to save his life. Ling will take a fall. Sharky going down as well. They're forcing them back. KYXY looking to chase it. Animage though, he's the main one to watch. If he jumped himself back out again, one loosened beam, is there a void? Turn around and kill up the damn Animage. Ohio goes down, he blinks up, AM with the Omen, Prophet's here as well. HY turns around to fight this one again. Now he's sprouted up, dual breath, blinks away to safety. But this top lane, the racks didn't go down, or focusing on the range racks, but Ling was the one to TP out to safety. Then MUFC forced with a hard decision to make, and it was a complex answer.
Yeah, they tried to focus down the racks, but they weren't able to do it. Again, that Luna's glaive, they were able to destroy the Animage's illusions immediately, and yeah, they couldn't push through. They couldn't break the wall of Orange there at the bottom lane, and that Nightstar doing as much as he can. He was able to take down this tier 3 tower, and Orange.
Oh, FE prep!
Oh.
He wanted to blink to borrow.
Well,
it's a real shame too, because I'm pretty sure his epicenter, which he used in the middle lane before, actually did do some damage, and the only one I see is him doing no damage whatsoever. Oh, hello Yamatar. Everyone gets stunned for a moment. The pause. Yamatar almost getting blocked in. Burrow strike in from the SK, but Yamatar popped the BKB, so stun no effect.
Backing off.
That still means Luna loses a lot of mana. The problematic thing of having Mandacile illusions of Anti-Mage, which can burn off the mana.
Well, but then again, Luna doesn't need that much mana because she has that lifesteal, she has that right-click power.
Liking these next items now coming out, because we are hitting that 40-minute mark. We're rotating into the late game, and this is that time when we have those like 350 plus CS farmers. I'm looking at you, Anti-Mage and Luna. Waiting just to hit those next big items. Because we haven't seen anything up on HY. He hasn't bought a single item on himself. We, of course, can look and see what he wants to build up inside of his stash, but the rest of it, you just have to wait out and see in a moment. Finally, this tier 1 tower is going to go down the middle lane. Yamatar takes care of it. Now building up towards this Satanic, already with the lifesteal. This lets him stand so freely in these engagements. HY, already starting off on this Rax. Low fortification this time around. Mirror images coming down too. HY, blinked up again. Now, again, looking to focus. Looking for that moment. Nightstalker, looking for his way to come into this engagement. There's a macro power out. Ling already on low life. He got his wall down. But Yamatar just eclipsed him to death. Shadowed in with a disruption. Just trying to buy time for HY and makes it more of him. No way to get out for the ST. They do take that bottom Rax though. That's the main thing. Ice, are you really going to die in mirror images? No, he's not. He's fine. They're back out again. 3 heroes on the run. But the melee ranks went down. Objective is completed for MUFC.
That's true. And a smart move there by KYXY. He silenced up Ohio. That's why our Leshtrap, he wasn't able to go in and provide some damage there for MUFC. But nonetheless, they were able to get that melee racks, and that's what they wanted. But yeah, we have the Nature's Prophet here. He already has the Hex up for...
He's going to have to do that absolutely perfectly. Because if he does not shut down this Anti-Mage, Luna is dead. I will explain more soon. An update coming to a broadcast near you. KYXI at least gets to enjoy the fact that he's got this basher too, so we've got more lockdown coming out from him.
And yeah.
But it's definitely going to be trouble in the waters. For either way too, remember Yamatar's still farming up. You get the Satanic up on him, it doesn't matter how much damage HY is capable of doing. If Yamatar can right click, then you're good to go. And finally HY shows himself in the middle lane.
If he could move,
if he can move. It is the problem. The fact you got that Abyssal Blade and you're going to go through the immunity of the BKB with that. And that's going to cause so much trouble for the Luna. She won't be able to do anything, even with that BKB protection. The Abyssal Blade is going to cause so many issues. But if he can't finish her off in that time, she'll pop the Satanic, turn around, and get all life back with 2 right clicks. It's not going to be hard for her to live. But it just means that MUFC instantly going to focus down that Luna, destroy her off, and then they're going to also worry at the same time about what Nightstalker's going to do to them. Like, he's walking around with BKB. He's able to really punch hard as well, having that basher up his sleeve. And then Jakiro. Gets his combinations right. Nature's Prophet. He's got Hex. Obviously not a right-click damager, but with his ultimate, there's a little bit of damage, a little bit of split push that can cause some troubles.
But yeah, the Hex is the most important thing right now for that Nature's Prophet. He needs to land that on HY before he gets things started.
And also do it when he's got backup. There's no point in like throwing it out if you don't have any form of backup. You get one Hex, he's a chicken, but you got no right-click power, you got no extra damage. So it has to come from somewhere else. This is still just that calm again. 43 minutes in. Yes, MUFC not wanting to overextend. They've taken the bottom ranks. They already feel comfortable, but AYXY doesn't feel too much pressure on this bottom lane. Feybolt's going to help him control this. Even though I kind of feel like he's surrounded on all sides. But it's not great farm for him because these creeps are worth a little bit less, but it's still decent. Still decent. Now it's basically a double creep wave for him on that bottom lane. And now, whoa, Ice.
Hello.
Ice Path gets it. Instant TP out in time.
Oh! Abyssal does not connect. He wasn't able to use that.
He tried the AM ulti
How about
instead.
you? No. No, sir.
Double denial. Double denial. Using that AM ulti, having the mini stun under Ohio. You gotta be really cautious here. Yamatar wants to dive it down, but Ling there with the surge protects him out. Yamatar with a full completed Satanic now. And he's getting more and more cash as time goes on. So they're never 100% sure if the buyback will be there or not. But with a buyback on a Satanic Luna, MUFC actually finishing this game is very, very difficult for them. Yamatar is just too big for them to just aggressively push on until Anti-Mage kind of has his next on. Anti-Mage needs a butterfly, basically. He needs a butterfly to get in. He needs that luck of the evasion. I don't even like a BKB, he needs both, but you can only have so many item slots.
That's true, and the reason why MUFC can't push through is, yeah, because of that Luna, because of Yamatar, because of that glaive. It can wipe out creep waves as fast as the Animage can try and push out.
It's true. So what do you really try and do up against this one? HY needs another item in his mind, but by the time he gets another item, Luna will have another item. Or Luna will cap out. Get rid of that TP scroll. Maybe even at this point, considering the amount of lockdown that's here from MUFC, might even be worth... Oh, he can't. I would say drop the BKB, but he can't do that. Not possible anymore. Not since the changes to it. To stop all those people that buy a BKB very early on, use all your charges, then all of a sudden just sell it and buy a new one again. There's the lookout. So maybe this is our chance. Remember Roshan, Aegis and Cheese this time around. And the trees from Nature's Prophet will keep a very, very close tabs on the Rosh pit, which will be MUFC's focus. You get Aegis and Cheese up on them. Even Aegis and Cheese, they don't help them enough. It'll help the Anti-Mage. But then again, Anti-Mage has to drop the TP scroll for that one. Who takes the cheese? Who really gets that one? Leshrac will be the main man I look at.
Oh no!
That was a suicidal jump in. Leshrac gets a stun out on the Nature's Prophet. They're going to bring him down. He's already popped off his Hex. Next charge will go as well. Nice wall. It's just a Luna. Yamatar is standing in it. HY goes down with the BKB. He stands his ground. Now moving on to Ling. No lose of B for 3 more seconds. Eyes on low life. Ohio takes care of him. There's still 3 Euros on the sidelines. KYXY wants to chase one, but he knows if he does do so, he'll go into the entire MUFC lineup. That was not the way that Orange saw that going down.
Yeah, I really thought that Orange was going to win that engagement because KYXY getting all the bash in on HY, but yeah.
Buyback.
He bought
and then
back.
TP straight to that tier 2 tower. He's straight back in the engagement. This is just the problem. Come on, Illusion. Yes! In he goes. HY sees himself. And they see also the status of Roshan. Down in 1/4 of his life points. No, they can't contest it. All they're doing is split pushing. Yamatar didn't die, Ninestalker didn't die. Only upside right now for Orange. They can still defend inside their base, even up against an Aegis, the Immortal, and a Cheese. It is still doable. And the fact they force Anti-Mage to buy back means that he won't have his next item. That Aegis is gone, and then there's no extra item to fill its slot. Where Luna, she'll have an item. Doesn't have to take up that slot with an Aegis the Immortal. Keeps using the TP scroll. Proper keeps the split push going. Obviously, TP, not the best one of his life in the middle of the entire of MUFC.
And HY needs to be a little bit more cautious right now since his buyback is on cooldown, and Orange may be looking to pick him off here. So we won't be seeing much action here from MUFC. They will try and hang back as much as possible, but they wouldn't want that because Yamata, he is getting that farm up. He can transition into BTs and fill up that extra slot of his.
It's amazing how enjoyable these games are. 32 kills in the space of 48 minutes. We take it slower pace, man. We appreciate the decisions. Is what you do when you have these style of games. So let's know what decision MUFC want to make. And that's a nice decision from Anti-Mage. I like at least that decision. Make sure you can be anywhere on the map. Also got a really high movement speed now. 456 up for him with those BTs on him. Combining up with Abyssal Blade. And can just move and split push all these different lanes. TP's down towards the bottom lane to try and defend it. Already feeling a little bit of pressure. And spots just for a moment a couple of Lunas. And then the creep wave coming as well. And the tree scanning out the real HY saying, yeah, he's still around the place. That also means nature's prophets in the neighborhood. I'm wondering if MUFC can even get a push out. This could be the reason behind the BTs. Right now, well, Extinct just needs a moment. But right now, when you look at this lineup coming out from Orange, they got good split push, they got the ability to defend inside their base, even up against super seismic creeps. Luna's got more than enough power to do that. Just by herself, even just with the mirror images, she can do that. Where MUFC, they want to push out, they want to get inside the base, they want to take a secondary Rax. That might not even be enough. They need to actually wipe out the entire Orange to just win this game. It's the only way to really do it. Because no matter what happens, Orange, they can defend against two full Raxing down. It's not going to be easy, but if they take an engagement up against MUFC, if Yamata just stands his ground, destroys everyone like he did during the last engagement, then MUFC could even lose this. You make a beeline on that middle lane, there's still tier 2 towers up. Not the best in the world. But it's better time for Orange. It's a lot better time for Orange. They're getting the items they need, they can find the initiation they need. MUFC are the ones that have to make the play. They're the ones that have to make the most out of this cheese and make the most out of these timings for the BKBs, the timings as well, to get those Abyssal Blades off at the right time. It's their game to make.
That's true. MUFC needs to make something happen here because, oh no. We see here KYXY already has that Abyssal Blade, so there we go. One more disable for that Anti-Mage.
This is all about shutting down, maybe not even Anti-Mage. Like, it's probably so he can focus on Anti-Mage, so Luna can focus on someone else, but KYXY is going to live to actually use the damn thing. And now they've initiated him. BKB will pop, but support's coming in. Yamata's here. KYXY TPing out. Ice Path might find the time. No, he gets stunned out. It was actually the badge coming out from HY, and they bring down the Night Stalker. Blinking away. Extinct unable to steal a single ability during that fight too. And now with Night Stalker on the sidelines.
Uh-oh, it's gonna
be so close to buyback.
It's gonna be a 4v5 right now. A minute before that Night Stalker response here. Let's see if this is the time for MUFC to push in.
Oh, they can hold it out. All they need to do is just find a couple of snipe pops here or there. Lestraxon's having a little bit of a fish, but that is all. Between the Fade Bolt, the arming of trees, and Yamata's right clicks, this is not really going to push in too far. HY, first hit bash on Yamata, forcing him back a little bit further. Keep those splitter stuns flying out, but hitting absolutely nothing. Ice, got to get that Ice Path down too. Look for the macro fight. Ohio, he's a little bit further in. HY, mini stun, blinks himself away to safety. There's that Ice Path on Ohio. They want that Lestrak down. He's the one that can destroy the tower. Back in again. He's a Hex. He's also backed away. Yamata being stunned up again. HY, the combo was perfect. There goes Orange. And there goes the hope. Luna will fight back, but they will lose a secondary Rax, and I'm pretty sure a crap ton more. Luna cannot defend this by herself. The back was perfect. The Burrow strike was perfect. And the follow-up damage was better.
Poetry in motion there by MUFC. And yeah, they can afford to be aggressive here because we still have the cheese on Ohio. He used it. And we have the Aegis still up on HY. And here we go. It's going to be Mega Creeps.
This, I was saying they could actually survive against two Raxings. Up against Mega Creeps. Very few teams have ever been able to come back from this one, and KYXY, he wants to fight. He wants to go on Sharky. Sharky forced up and away. KYXY, BKB will run out. He does get the kill on SD. The Sprout will actually buy some space, and Yamatar with a elusive beam. Try and kill up HY. Bouncing Glaives. KYXY trying to go back in again to me. Yamatar bashed, held position. He's not moving a single iota. Burrow Strike will hold him there too. Jumping in the middle of the ice pump, but Macropie doing a lot of damage. HY too low and live. He's picked up, he's burned, he's going to go down. The gem is on the deck. Shrek is on the sidelines. Ice Part's going to hold him there. HY, they've got to get that Abyssal play. Stun. Nice save by Net! Net being dropped down, but tied inside the sandstorm. They're still chasing HY. Extinct. He's got Blink forced up, pick up, throwing back down again. Ice Part's got a latch. It doesn't do the job. HY turns around. Double kill. They were hunting him, and he hunts them back.
Perfect plays by Net. Wow.
Hi, Sharky. KYXY loses his ultimate though, and now Sharky puts the catch around but no follow through. Oh, the chasing, the scrambling defense for Orange. They still won't count themselves out this one. Yamatar is now building up towards the Daedalus. He's got crit on him. The problem is he can't attack when he keeps getting stunned by the Abyssal Blade. But then Ninestore can focus on the Anti-Mage, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, you saw Yamate earlier, he was being focused down, but once the Abyssal Blade has been used on the Anti-Mage, Yamate was standing strong at the middle. And yeah, just because of that Satanic, and now that he has that critical going for him, it's going to be easier for him to survive during team fights. Just that Orange can disable HY.
Yeah, but if they can disable it, not only if they can disable it, if they can kill him off at that time, and now you knew those next irons were going to be coming in. HY already dealing huge amounts of damage, plus 389 on top of his 194 base damage. It's already big for him. Yamatar, 194 plus 142 is what he gets, but he combines it with live steal and a little bit of crit. That's where he gets his power. HY scouted out with that butterfly. It's just fantastic damage for him. It's the double damage that's giving him the buff, by the way, right now. And it's like, it's not that big a difference between them just as far as items if you're doing your mathematics right now. But the fact you can jump in, destroy just one hero is exactly what he's looking for. Extinct, KYXY, Void, Silence. Look for a little bit more. Yamatar wants to get rid of these illusions, which he will do so. A little bit of Bash is flying out too, blinking him down. Just scouting out. He's just trying to be a nuisance. That's all. KYXY is completely out of mana. He's got to go back. He's got to go back and regen up. And also got to get that right timing for his ultimate.
Well, let's see. Is this the last stand for Orange here? Can they defend?
They'll give her a shot, man. They'll give her a shot.
Here
now
we go.
pick up Extinct Yamatar, pulling him in. There's a BKB from Ohio, but Ninestore trying to focus him down back inside the wall. Eclipse going to pop off too in the middle of Shiva's Guard already. We'll see the Prophet going down as the first one. Now moving on, Rubik. Big epicenter. GG is the call. MUFC will be going into the grand final. Who they will face up against, though,
we don't know.
No, we don't. That's what we get to find up next. Next semi-final coming up. Will it be China versus Malaysia for our grand final? We know what MUFC did to LGD in their previous games. I'm pretty sure the same amount of problems will be coming the way of LGD. MUFC, they're looking strong. They did have a lot of trouble though with that Luna.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble, but yeah, they were able to come back, and that's because of HY's Anti-Mage. Yamate, as strong as he wasn't able to control that Anti-Mage. Again,
yeah,
it's all because of the perfect plays by Net, that sanking, landing that vacuum. Perfect.
Yeah, it was the combination that worked out for MUFC. Like we saw on that top lane. It was what let them claim that Rax. When you lock it in, we saw the combination actually work out nicely from Orange when they did the Ice Path, then into the Macro Pyre. They thought that, yeah, on that top lane, we took that engagement. But then MUFC say, well, we've got back in a Burrow Strike. Don't even need the epicenter to really couple up with it. Leshrac already had enough levels, already enough farm, and he just walks around inside the BKB, even using the Shiva's Guard at the last moment, just basically moving around going, I can nuke you all down while the Anti-Mage right-clicks you with the cleave ability from that as well. It was just this combination that worked out perfectly for them. And at the end of the day, Anti-Mage, game was good, but Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage.
Yeah.
We all know.
It's what you got to deal with, man. Luna, though, she could have had it. She really could have had it. And when they could have animation, they did force that buyback. The opportunity was there. It was there for a comeback. Luna was getting stronger and stronger as the game was progressing through, but the supports were lacking. Like Jakiro, level 14. Rubik, level 15. They weren't having their key items. They weren't having their initiation. MUFC were the ones with their key items. Like they had the Blink Daggers up on SK. He could jump and be that initiator. You already had the Darkseer with the Aghanim Scepter. 4 stars are helping them move around as well. It was just very, very difficult for Orange to get the advantage. Of course, we are having MUFC come down to our interview area where DPM is currently awaiting their players. We're sure HY would like to talk about the draft again. That's fantastic.
Okay, so DPM, take it away.
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
No, don't take
not
it
yet.
away.
Just relax, Dan. We're not at that stage just yet. These live stream viewers get to have us for a little bit longer, as well as the people here in the audience.
Wait, talking about the lineup of Orange, I guess they wanted to go for an early aggression here with their lineup, but MUFC, they had the better initiation with that Darkseer vacuum, with that Sanking blinking in, with that Epicenter and that Burst Strike. It was just too much. They weren't able to execute it, and KYXY, he was shut down at the mid during the early game, and he wasn't able to gank.
Yeah. It's fun to see, man. It's fun to see. MUFC, they moved from timed pushing lineup to we can take team fights with initiation and then late game carry wins all lineup for today. But grand final, best of 3, we have to see them try different things as well. Like, this is security. A lot of the teams have been doing nothing but security because they've all been best of 1 games. Now MUFC, they sit comfortably for the next couple of hours, and then they come back for a best of 3 matchup. And that's going to be when things really change around. The dynamic in a best of 3 is very different to a best of 1 matchup. And I'm interested to see what MUFC have planned. Let's go find out. We'll cross over to DPM, who is currently standing there with the entire lineup of MUFC.
Hey, I'm with HYHY and MUFC. So congratulations on your win. How does it feel to be guaranteed 15,000 or 9,000 US dollars?
Holiday well spent for me because I'm having my semester's break. So which is why I decided to come with them, and it's paid off.
I think for all of the aspiring competitive gamers out there, they want to know, when you're at a tournament, do you prioritize rest, or did you go back and research on the match that you might have?
I think it varies according to players. Some of the players need more rest, so they get their rest. And I believe the thinking and the practice and the drafting kind of stuff goes with the drafters and the team leaders. So me and Ned spend more time thinking about the drafts and how to play out our opponents. And the others to just get the ample rest and make sure they play their game right.
Okay, so at the beginning of the game, let's talk about the game. At the beginning of the game, you had sort of an early lead, and then it became a close game. So do you account that to the draft or the engagements that happened?
I have to give credit to Orange for having played a very, very good engagement. Very, very good engagements, actually. They have executed very, very good stun locks and silencers on me, and I wasn't able to do damage, and they covered their carry very, very well. So another reason we kind of fell back, in our advantage is that we kind of lost our map control since their gem purchase.
Okay.
With their gem, they managed to get back much of the map control, and they got a map control. So things were slightly downhill for us from there.
So what went on in your mind in order to regain control? Like,
what gives you control is vision. So what you need to do is, because with vision, they know when is it safe for them to catch or carry, when is it safe for them to farm. So without vision, all this is nullified. So what you need to do is really get the vision up. If you're getting controlled, you yourself should get a gem and get back to the map control.
Finally, which team do you want to go up against? Myth Trust or LGD?
Haven't they played yet already?
They haven't played yet.
Okay, I'd like to fight against LGD. So our win would be very much deserved then.
So good luck, and let's see if you're going to be undefeated in this tournament.
All right, so we will see if MUFC get their wish and get to go up against the Chinese. Of course, there is one team from Thailand, man, that's going to be standing in the way. It's going to be Myth Trust. It's our next game coming up on the main stage. We'll see you then. Don't go anywhere.